Hello, this is Smarter Prepping with Uncle Mark, and I'm Uncle Mark. All right, I'm down with COVID. You can hear my voice, okay. And then I was taking a walk, doing something else, whatever. And I noticed out by the curb, apparently one of my neighbors had been to a free food pantry, right, and gotten themselves a bunch of free food, and they put, in their own kitchen, they in their own home, they placed what they wanted from their batch of free food. What they did not want, they set at the curb. I mean, right at the curb, not right against the trash cart, so further away from the trash carts, okay. And there was some generic Cheerios, I already have plenty of that, blah, blah, blah. And I was looking, there was some tortillas, I don't need tortillas, I'm not interested, okay. I poked around, looked through, and it got down, see that brown box? There was that brown, I know what that's, I've had them before, I've gotten them before for free, okay? See, I divided, it is 5 pounds of what I call Velveeta style cheese. To me, it looks and it works. Use it can be used for cooking. It is the same as Velveeta, but it's just kind of a low grade, slightly whatever government issue, whatever, some other off brand of that American cheese. Anyway, so yeah, I call it Velveeta style cheese, similar to Velveeta. 5 pound brick. I've gotten these before, and what I do is I just divide it in four parts, which is weird. That's just me. I say I have those slider bags, the hefty slider bags, so it's all divided and bagged up. Got it. See? See, I was thinking I've had sitting around for a couple of years. I've had these canned potatoes, canned sliced potatoes. And in my backyard veggie garden, I have onions. I have at least 20, probably more like 30 or 40, at least 20 little onions, each one about the size of a golf ball, maybe a little smaller. And so I can get the onions in this skillet with some imperial spread, get it to caramelizing, da 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 da, and then put the potatoes in so they'll taste good. Okay, and then put some of this cheese in there. So I have cheesy sliced taters. I'm just saying that's a reasonable thing to cook. Also, see that jar of Jif peanut butter? See the green one to the right, that I got that free as well, but the Jif is one that was out there with this load of stuff. And those two envelopes of Starkist Smart Bowls, quinoa and beans with tuna. I've never seen them before. But Starkist tuna with quinoa and beans. Okay, so open them up, put in the bowl and eat it, I guess. Oh, I'm not even in the mood to eat these things. Been down with COVID. I'm having a rough time with my appetite. I'm about to eat some, maybe that banana, that orange, peanut butter and banana, whatever. But I'm not that hungry for all this stuff, but I thought I'll put the cheese in my freezer when I decide to get something out of it. But you got to divide it up, so that way when it's frozen, after I put it in the freezer, then I only have to pull out one of those squares, and the other three can stay in the freezer till much later, right? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to give it up and give my closing, which is later, Tater.